and Robin and Diane. Even Susie wants me to stop hanging out with her. But I'd never tell Renee. I mean, it's nothing compared to what she goes through.
And now she's all hacked off just because you won't stick your neck out? Why don't you get her to go talk to your dad?
Because I thought of something better. Renee should be over any minute.
Why?
Because I stole her math book.
Give it back, Emmy.
Renee, you can have it after one more rehearsal. You do this scene, and I'll do your math homework for a month.
You don't even do your own math homework.
So I'll pay Susie to do yours, too.
But I'm better at math.
Renee, you're missing the point. Can we just rehearse, please? You just trust me, okay?
Fine.
Okay, let's start from the poem.
The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot and whether pigs have wings. Now if...
Mary Elizabeth!
Dad, I want to talk to you.
Quiet! You best go home now. You know better, Mary Elizabeth. Don't you ever do that again.
You better go home too, Collier.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna talk to my dad.
Oh, I don't think that's
Collier, you just go. Everything will be fine. Why won't you let Renee come over?
You know why.
It doesn't make any sense. You've known her for years. And you let her come in the house when Johnny died.
That was different. Look, I know you like Renee, and I'm sure she's a good girl. But there are some lines that just can't be crossed.
Well, I think you're wrong.
And I think, young lady, you better listen to me. No coloreds coming in my house. Unless they're working for me. You understand?
You think you're better than Renee?
Of course not. But that doesn't mean she's coming in my house. Now, this conversation's over.
My back's against the wall. Title Labs put on a strong case, and I've got to nail this closing, and I don't know what to say.
Well, now let me get this straight. It's illegal for this plant to poison kids.
More or less.
That makes no sense.
It's impossible to dispose of toxic waste without some of it leaking into the surrounding area.
I bet they don't have any death factories over there in Vestavia Hills.
No, they don't.
How is it that we could put a man on the moon, but we can't fix this? And what's supposed to happen when a plant leaks more goop than they're supposed to?
They get cited by the EPA and told to fix the problem.
And that's it?
Pretty much. A plant's got to be in continuous flagrant violation for it to be shut down.
What's the point of having an environmental protection agency if it doesn't protect us? I mean, it's just a bunch of government BS. Why don't people just stop making stuff that's toxic?
You drive over here in your minivan?
Yeah?
How many batteries has it been through in the last 10 years?
Well, I don't know.
What about Emmett's disposable diapers? You see, we all pollute the earth. Our junk's got to go somewhere.
I gotta go anyway. I am having a heart-to-heart at dinner with my son tonight, just the two of us.
Good luck.
I'll need it. And I almost forgot. For his favorite aunt.
Look at him.
Isn't he perfect?
Yes, he is. Brian Harris, 5 years old. He was in a lead-induced coma for a week. His chances of a full recovery are slim. Layla Norwood, 8 months old. She has lead colic. It causes severe abdominal pain and vomiting. Tanya Reeves. Tanya hasn't drawn a breath yet, but already she's received toxic amounts of lead through her mother's blood. The full extent of the damage is yet unknown. Thank you very much, ladies. The poor of our society carry the burden of living with the waste that we create. It costs them. They pay with their health and their children's lives. We need to have Cedar, Alabama be treated the same way we do Vestavia Hills. We need to compensate these families, clean up their neighborhood, and shut that plant down.
My heart goes out to each one of the plaintiffs. I can't imagine how they've suffered. No one can hear these stories and not want to punish somebody. The truth? There are no bad guys here. If it weren't for plants like Tytler Labs, thousands or maybe millions more children would be suffering or dying from lead poisoning. Tytler Labs protects us. Cars use batteries. Those batteries need to be disposed of properly. If we shut down the plants that perform this vital service, we will have an epidemic on our hands.
Davis, this is supposed to be our special night. Don't you want to come in here and keep me company?
If you want.
So, how's school going? Doing any better in English?
Yeah, I guess.
Could you just treat me to a whole sentence?
What do you want me to say?
Anything at all. Just tell me what's going on with you.
Baby dropped his thing.
Here you go, darling. There you go. Your mommy's gonna be here any minute. So, tell me about this club you and Jacob started.
It's not a club. It's a support group.
Uh-huh. And what made you want to start that?
Jay came out to a few people and he started getting hassled. If I'm gonna be a spiritual leader one day, then I gotta be a social leader now.
You know, the Catholic Church has some very strong views about homosexuality.
Do you know what they are, Mom?
Yes, I do.
Catholics view homosexuality the same way they view premarital sex. Which one do you think is worse?
It's not a matter of which one I think is worse.
Which one gets you noticed more in this house, then?
Excuse me?
Why don't you just ask me?
Ask you what?
If I'm gay. That's what this whole thing is about, isn't it? You haven't paid attention to what's been going on with me for the last 6 months. You've been too busy blowing Kelly's nose and wiping his butt. Now you're all over me. Maybe I should bring a black man home one day. I bet that'd get your attention, wouldn't it?
Be seated. When I look at what's happened to these children, it brings me to tears. But lead recycling is a necessary evil. So I've decided to do something certain people think me incapable of. Compromise. Tytler Labs will remain open. However, they will compensate each family for medical and relocation expenses in the amount of $1 million per family. In addition, Tytler will form a corrective action plan for removing lead from the surrounding home sites. Adjourn.
Thanks to you, we can take care of our babies now.
Congratulations.
Renee, there's someone here who wants to say thank you.
Hi, Lindsay.
This is for you. I made it myself.
You did? You didn't have to do that. Oh, my. That's beautiful.
It's a hero sandwich.